Hi team, how are you? I wanted to just check in and do a short live video talking about what's been happening today. This is Thursday, so technically day one of convention besides the farm day that we did yesterday. But today there was a general session in the morning, so if you've been on the page today, you saw all the live videos that I tried to take while they were announcing all the new products, which was really exciting. There's also been some workshops today. The product expo has been open today, and we are actually about to go to the fancy gala dinner in about an hour. So James is actually on his way back right now with our dry cleaning of our fancy schmancy clothes, and we'll get to go and sit with some of James and Stacy's team and just cheer for all the people that have ranked up to diamond and higher within the last year is what they do at the gala dinner. But everybody just gets fancied up and has a nice dinner, and you get to see everybody kind of having a great time and celebrating those that have made it to the top of Young Living's ranking structure, which is always really exciting. We always get really encouraged when we go to that. But I wanted to just share a few thoughts from a workshop that I just got out of. I took a few notes while I was there, and I thought I would go over some of the tidbits I had from that workshop while they were fresh in my mind, because a lot of times I'll come to convention and I'll take copious notes, and I'll have every intention of going home and sharing more of those with you guys, or sharing my thoughts and my feelings about those talks. And then, life gets busy and crazy, and I forget why I scribbled a random one-sentence liner. And so I thought, since I just got out of a workshop, I thought I would get in and just give you some of those thoughts that I had jotted while I was there. So I just actually came out of an Worre GoPro with Young Living workshop that Doug and Marty attended with me. And that was actually a lot of fun. He's very cut and dried, frank about what he's talking about, which I so appreciate. I don't like the fluff. I don't like to hear about, pie in the sky, dreams and feely good words, but he is very down to business. And he's basically like, hey, if you want to succeed in your business, this is what you got to do. So the Worre workshop was great. And so he had 3 big points that he highlighted on today, because he said he usually does a minimum of 3 hours seminars or 3-day workshop things, but today he did it all in about 45 to 60 minutes for us, and he kind of just hit on 3 top items that I'll kind of just go over with you. But I thought they were great. They were very convicting to me as a leader and as a business builder and somebody who wants to grow their business. And so the first one was think bigger. And so he's talking about how basically if you're whatever your rank you have in mind right now to achieve in the next 12 months, he had us double that rank. So say if James and I want to hit platinum before convention next year, he had us write down platinum. And then he said, you know what, double that. And so for us, that would be crown diamond, because there's diamond and then there's crown diamond. Or I guess that's how you would double it. Anyway, it would either be diamond or crown diamond. And then he said, double that again. So basically at that point, James and I would either be at crown diamond or royal crown diamond, which, as you know, is the very tip top of the compensation structure. And so he said, what kind of person do you need to be? What kind of person do you need to become to be that person? Whatever you said, if it was a new rank or a new level in your business, what kind of skills do you need? What kind of leadership mentality? What kind of communication skills do you have to have? How many lines of people do you need to have in your structure? How many new distributors do you need? How many new customers do you need? And he said to start with that idea. So we all need to just kind of get out of our own heads and stop thinking too small for how big our businesses could actually be. And he had some really funny mannerisms and talking about, just walking around like a zombie waiting for your business to grow. And in reality, we're the ones that have to grow our businesses. We can't just walk around expecting it to happen, because we are the ones that have to make it happen. So start with that. The mindset that you're going to do it, think bigger, and then get your posture right around going for it and having that idea that you're just going to try it out and go for it. So he said, you got to think bigger before you're ready, before you're prepared, and before you even have the skills. So he also hit on, basically you have to stop blaming everybody else for your problems. And that kind of ties into his second point, which was be stronger. So if you know that you don't have the skills yet for the next rank or for the next whatever hurdle you're trying to jump over in your business, we need to be stronger. We need to admit more of our own weaknesses and decide that just because that might be a current weakness, that's not going to hold us back from overcoming that. We can't be complaining about things that aren't available for us. So if you think you have a crappy upline, which I hope you don't, because if you're in this group, I'm in your upline. But if you think there's not enough training, then you need to create it. If you think there's not enough incentives from the company for your downline members, then you need to provide it. If you think there's not enough recognition happening for your team, then you need to be the one to provide it, because leaders are the ones that innovate and come up with these things. They don't just sit around waiting for somebody else to do it for them. They actually are the ones that are making it happen. So that was pretty convicting for me too. And he just talks about seeing the problems, solving the problems, overcoming the limits that you're currently coming up against, and deciding that those aren't going to be limits for you anymore. And how it's really not about your downline. He talked about, a lot of us complain that, if only I could sign up the right type of people, if only I could have this person join my team, if only my current team was doing way more stuff than they currently were. He basically said it's not about your downline, it's about you. And honestly, it always comes back to personal development. And if you're not seeing the results that you want, it's probably because of something that you're not doing, or something that you're not doing the right way yet. So sometimes you just have to act stronger to actually feel stronger. And how modeling successful people's behavior is what's going to get you the results that you want. So he made a clear distinction between, it's not fake it till you make it. It's just modeling those that you see who are succeeding in the business, and modeling exactly what they're doing, because obviously they're successful for a reason. They've been doing it right. And so we can model what they're doing to also see those results in our business. And the last point that he had in his workshop was to move faster. So he talked about recruiting 20 people, and this actually ties into a summer blitz that James and Stacy are doing right now. So if you go on the Common Sense Team Business Builders group, they are doing a summer blitz to recruit 20 people in 30 days, and they're also extending this whole thing through the end of August, I believe. For the whole summer, they're giving away promos and products and lots of free incentives and freebies. But Eric basically was talking about, if you're going to recruit 20 people, say in whatever timeline that you think there is. So say if you wanted to recruit 20 people in 20 years, that would be a steady one person a year. Or instead, you could recruit those same people, 20 people in 20 months. And that would be pretty steady, one person a month. Or you could recruit those people, 20 people in 20 weeks. And obviously you're at one a week at that point. Or you could recruit 20 people in 20 days. And how obviously you're talking to a lot of people, because whatever your normal recruitment percentage is, if you have to talk to 10 people to get one person to sign up with a premium starter kit or on your team, you would definitely be having to be talking to 200 people over a 20-day span. So the more people you talk to, obviously the better results you're going to have. So to get those 20 people in 20 days, you just have to talk to a lot more people and a lot faster pace. And I loved the phrase he talked about here, because he said, success loves speed, and how a lot of people have this myth in their head that slow and steady will win the race. But instead, he said, in network marketing, in the example of the tortoise and the hare, in network marketing, the tortoise actually gets run over by a truck. So that was just a really funny visual and funny analogy that he used. But basically, the people who grow faster actually, obviously succeed faster, because they're growing their teams at a faster rate. But he had a line where he said, you're almost doing a disservice to people if you're only recruiting one a year, because they're coming into your organization all on their own. There's nobody else that's new around them. The support system will be different at the time. And what if instead you recruited 20 people between, over the next 20 days or over the next few months until the end of the year. And what if they all came into your group as like the class of 2018? And that kind of struck me, because the idea there is that they all come in at the same time. They're all starting out fresh. You can start them all on this great path of business building and group camaraderie and cross-line training, and how that could just honestly explode your business if you had those 20 people all coming in at the same time, with that excitement that you're going to get from all these fresh people who are just loving the products and loving the business opportunity. So that really struck me as something today, as kind of like the class of 2018, and who's going to be in that class for you and your graduating class this year. I thought that was really cool. So those were his big tidbits from today. Think bigger, be stronger, and move faster. And that's what's going to help you succeed in your business this year. So anyway, those are just my thoughts for right now, in between a couple things that we're doing. We have not hit up the expo yet, but we plan to do that obviously tomorrow or Saturday. And I'll definitely be taking some videos and some photos of the products in person that I was really excited were all released today. And so now, though, I'm going to go ahead and get ready for the gala, and I will be over there with some family people and with a bunch of other Young Living people, obviously all dressed to the nines, and enjoy a nice dinner. I'll take some photos in there too with you guys and share some of those in the album later this evening. But other than that, really just would love to get you all here at convention next year. It is honestly an experience that cannot be beat. I can't wait to hear more stories from those of us, the people that have joined us for the year, and interview them maybe, and just talk about their experiences here and how much fun they had and what they took away from it. Because for me, honestly, every year it just gives me a new excitement for the next year. It's just a new starting off point. And like I talked about a few weeks ago, it's kind of the start of a new fiscal year almost, because it's July to the next July or whatever. And it really just carries you through and gives you that that excitement and that drive that you need until you come back here every year and just get reinvigorated and re-enthused. So we are just having a great time here in Salt Lake City, as always. Cannot wait to see more of you here next year. And I'll just be sharing more things for the next few days as we go. And I'll see you all later. Bye.